Vocal Transit, a 4-part vocal harmony group with accompaniment that takes your students through an educational and interactive journey through 500 years of musical history. And we do all of this in just 50 minutes.
Do you know any Baroque composers' names? Susanna? Vivaldi was one, very good. Who was another one? Beethoven lived a little bit later. Who else? Bach, yes, he was a Baroque composer. Bach composer this was, okay? But don't tell the answer, just raise your hand if you know. Okay, here we go. Really sure, say his name. Vivaldi. That's right, it's Vivaldi. Very, very good. You remember this music is by Vivaldi. And you know there was a style back in the Baroque times that was really popular, that's not popular today. But the men used to like to wear something back then. Raise your hand if you know what it was that the men wore that's not in style now. What? Wigs. They wore big wigs. And you know, wigs cost a lot of money back then. So if somebody had a big wig on, people would think, gosh, they must be really important. Maybe they're a king or a prince or something. So everybody wanted to wear a big wig so that they would look important. And does anybody know what instrument Vivaldi played? What? Yes, he played the violin. Does anybody remember what city he lived in Italy? In Europe, there's a country called Italy, and in Italy there's a city that starts with a V. Venice. Yes, he was born in Venice. So he played the violin, he lived in Venice. Oh my gosh, it's Mr. Vivaldi! Let's give him a hand. Mr. Vivaldi, I can't believe I'm seeing you. I didn't know that you were still alive, and it's so nice to see that you still play the violin.
Hi, I'm Lola Youngman. I've taught music in elementary schools for many years. The one thing that I always found the most frustrating was that I wanted to teach music history in much more depth than there was time for, only seeing the kids once a week. So now I'm trying to help out the music teachers by not only putting on a music history show, but by developing a month-long unit complete with CDs and lesson plans that we send to the music teacher a month before we come, and the music teacher can use that with every grade level for 4 weeks prior to our coming for the show. Then when we do come and put on the show, the children should already be able to recognize and identify famous composers and famous pieces of music. The show will reinforce all that they've learned. And by seeing a live show at the end of the unit, the kids will be much more likely to remember and appreciate this music throughout their life. When you think about it, most students today never hear famous historical pieces of music at home, and they have such limited time at school. How can they ever learn to appreciate fine music? I think our program is their best shot.
Opera is a story told by singing. It became popular in the 1600s in Italy and spread all through Europe into France and Germany and England.
Yes, you heard a spiritual. Where would you hear something like a spiritual? Where? In church, yes, exactly. And I know He watches me. Yes, I know He watches over me.
Hi, I'm Ben Palmer. bass singer with Capital Transit. I also play bass and guitar, and a little harmonica. I'll be covering blues and jazz in the program. Blues began in the early 1900s, making it one of the first forms of truly American music. We'll learn how it's influenced many forms of music ever since. From Robert Johnson to Justin Bieber, blues echoes across the decades.
One of the first forms of truly American music as a result. Around the turn of the 19th
Bass, we have Ben singing the lowest part. Then we've got Tim singing tenor the next to the lowest part. Then we've got Lola Miss Youngman singing alto, the next to the highest part, and then me, Laura, singing the highest part.
I'm Tim. I play the tenor sax, the flute, and I sing tenor and baritone. My focus is going to be on American musics, and in particular we're going to learn a bit about improvisation.
Doo-Wop. Have you heard of Doo-Wop?